Welcome back to the Donovan and Jorgensen Heating and Cooling Friday Night Rivals pregame show. We're getting close to the kickoff for the Slinger at Hartford North Shore Conference matchup. Before we send you over to Terry Kelly and John Weiser, we want to introduce you to this week's Current Electric behind-the-scenes superhero of the game. It's our chance to say thank you to people that put a lot of sweat equity into high school athletics. This week's Current Electric behind-the-scenes superhero of the week is Ron Baalke. He's been a statistician for Hartford football for over 40 years. Ron, how you been?
Great. Couldn't ask for better.
Man, I really appreciate your willingness to join us, and let us say thank you for all the time and sweat equity that you've put into the Hartford program. Ron, over 40 years you've been doing this, and you've gone through a lot of coaches. My favorite is Dan Brunner. Love Coach Redders. Big fan of Dan Brunner. Let's talk a little bit about the reason that you continue every Friday night home game to show up out at Hartford and to help them out with all their stats.
Well, number one, I love high school sports, high school football especially. All of my kids played. To me, it's the fountain of youth. You know, the energy, everything involved in high school sports just makes me want to wait until fall when football starts again.
Man, the boys of fall are back. Week 3 for Hartford. What have you seen with this team, Ron? You feeling pretty good about this year's Hartford team?
Well, so far we've seen a roller coaster.
Yep.
The first week we played well. We came back from being down. Last week, we'll go on to the next question.
There you go. Let's say for tonight's game, you know, that rivalry between Hartford and Slinger is something special. 9 miles apart.
Yes,
and you know, Ron, when the players are on the field, boy, they get after it. The coaches really like each other, and they're doing a great event, Coaches versus Cancer, they've done for a long time. And it's just a really cool rivalry game for us here at My 24 to be a part of. Do you feel a little bit different when it's Slinger week?
Oh, yeah. I mean, if you ever wanted to beat a team, it's the team that we want to beat right off the bat.
Hey,
no doubt about it.
When I used to talk to Dan Brunner, he used to talk about he doesn't miss the practice time and the grind, but he misses the Friday night home game walking down the hill. Right. And that was a big deal for him. Could you explain that for people that haven't been there or seen it?
Well, the school is actually a block away from the football field. And usually around 6 o'clock, the team gathers, and then they hold hands 2 by 2, and they walk silently down to the field. And it's just a tradition that's been going on as long as I can remember.
You know, Coach Brunner used to talk about the post game too, the after game where the staff and some people would get together and have a soda or a beer and talk about the game. And he loved that. He loves the community as Coach Redders does, and the community in the school. And Ron, I got to just say thank you. Over 40 years, you've been volunteering your time. You used to do girls basketball as well, but football
Yes.
is your love, and we can see the Hartford football right over your shoulder there. And I know it's something that you know is ingrained with you, and we just want to say thank you.
Well, I appreciate that. And like I've always told them, I would pay them to do it.
Don't let them know that, because they'll start sending you an invoice. Hey, Ron, thank you so much. On the other side of the break, we're going to turn it over to John Weiser and Terry Kelly as the Slinger Owls take on the Hartford Orioles in a North Shore Conference matchup. This has been the Donovan and Jorgensen Heating and Cooling Friday Night Rivals pregame show only on My 24.